everybody. Welcome back to Let's Talk Hypnotherapy. And today, Iris and I are going to talk about why hypnotherapy is such a rapid way to transform. So go ahead, Iris.
Thank you so much for handing the mic over to me. So I do believe the most accelerating part of that is because we are sort of allowing the critical faculty to go to sleep for a while during the session. And this means we are going from beta brainwave state into a more relaxed state. And beta brainwave state is a state where we are in our everyday awareness. And when we are more relaxed, we allow things to come to the surface. So by allowing the critical faculty to sort of step aside for a moment, we get the access to the subconscious mind. And it's like there are all the answers. You can find everything right there. Everything is sort of stored. All the memories are stored, all the emotions are stored. And actually, it's like the place where your program is running. So if you address the subconscious mind, you can look at why certain things are the way they are, why certain beliefs are sort of messed up, or certain emotions are stressing you out. And if you find the reason for that, you can easily change it. And the thing is also, when you are going into the subconscious mind, you gain the insight of why you behave a certain way. And thus, this helps you to actually see yourself in a different way as well. And by that, also treat yourself in a different way. So that's my jump start. So how about you?
I'm really glad that you talked about the critical faculty because a way to look at that is kind of like a bouncer at the door. So once you bypass that bouncer, you're able to let in things that bouncer would really filter through. So we are highly suggestible people, especially when you bypass that bouncer. So what tapping into the subconscious mind does is bypass that bouncer at the door, and then we are able to see why we behave the way we do. So like when you go to a therapist, you may think you know what is the matter with you and why you behave the way you do, but when we are able to ask the subconscious mind why we do the things we do, it will take you back to the actual causes of the behavior, the belief that you made that runs this behavior. So using hypnotherapy, you go right back to the root, and then we're able to kind of look at things and see when you made it. Most of the time, you make it when you're just a small child, and then understanding, you know what, I made this belief about myself when I was 3 years old or 5 years old, and I don't have to believe that anymore. It just really frees that up, and then you can choose different beliefs, and it kind of gives you back your power, and it liberates you, and it allows you to kind of upgrade and take back responsibility in your life. It puts that responsibility back in your hands. I really do believe that a recording is super helpful in this process too, because it will make those new beliefs that we install in the session, it kind of makes that path stronger. So your mind is using the new beliefs that we installed instead of the old ways that you were believing. It just really helps to strengthen the new things that we installed.
The critical faculty is actually a good tool that we have. It's all actually quite important that we have that. It helps us to function in our everyday lives. But the thing is, it also makes sure that we stay the same and that we are not moving into unfamiliar territory, which might feel threatening or dangerous. And therefore, it's good that we have this part of ourselves, but it's also preventing us from change. Therefore, it's good if we have a chance with hypnotherapy to move into a state where we can access the subconscious mind.
I like that a lot. And I do believe that we can kind of update that critical faculty too, with the new things that we discover. So once your bouncer knows that, oh, actually we are enough, we are lovable, we do have a lot of value here, then it will start to let that stuff in as your new normal instead of the old limited beliefs that you had when you were younger.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing point. And what else I want to share is that we are staying in the same place with the critical faculty very often when it's not shifted, not adjusted. And from there, we usually view ourselves through the lens of someone else or the outside. It's very often that the way how we identify ourselves is through how others were looking at us. And this leaves us in a place where we easily put judgment on ourselves. So we're judging us for our beliefs, we're judging us for our behaviors, but it hinders us to create the change we wish. And by that, we are sort of stuck in a repetitive cycle. Therefore, that's the power of the hypnotherapy session, that we are allowing ourselves to view ourselves in that situation that we experienced then with different eyes, not through the eyes of someone else, but through the eyes of ourselves and how we perceived it ourselves.
That's very true. I found myself realizing that almost all of the beliefs that I held about myself were created by someone else, whether it was my parents' beliefs, my friends' beliefs, society's beliefs. I even had religious beliefs that ran my everyday program. So really, I challenge you to sit down and explore your beliefs and really see if these are your actual beliefs or if they're someone else's. And then choose if you would like to continue to believe this belief or if you would like to create your own belief or your own version of this belief.
Perfect. I absolutely love that. Yeah, I think we already got everything. So thank you so much for joining in. It was a pleasure to have you. And looking forward to see you next time.
Bye.
Take care and bye.